In this video I'll show you how to create gravity within your game. I'm going to stick with the original sprite that is provided for you. I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go into costumes and I'm going to highlight everything and shrink it down. Remember that the sprite needs to sit on the target in the middle of the screen. So I'm just going to put it back there. Okay, so what I want to happen is that if my character is not at the bottom of the screen, I want it to keep falling. Now I could make it so that it just falls until it touches the edge of the screen. I'm going to make it just a little bit more realistic, and we'll pretend that there is a there's some scenery. So I'm just going to create some grass for it to land on. Okay, so we've got some grass. I'm also going to add to it, just in preparation for a little bit later, I shall add a platform. So the idea is that you'll program it so that it can move about, you'll program it so it can jump, and it will stop when it hits the platform. So I'm going to start my game with the cat sort of in the air so that we can see that it's working. So in my code I'm going to say when the game starts we're going to put the cat into that position. So that position is where it is at the start of the game. So if I just check that, every time I click the flag it will return to that point. Now I want the cat to be continuously falling until it hits the colour green. So on events I'll say when flag is clicked, and we'll have forever and we will say that if, actually we need an if and else, if then else. So if touching colour, and we want to use the colour picker to choose the colour that we want. So if it's touching the colour green, then we don't want the Y to change. The Y is going to stay at 0. So we'll change Y by 0. I'm just going to duplicate that and put that one in there. If it's not touching green, we'll change it by -3. Let's just see what this does. Okay, so you can see it's falling down. If you wanted it to move a bit quicker than that, we can change the number. Okay, so that's how you program gravity. If I wanted to make it jump, just as a quick example, I'm not going to go through everything to make the character move around, but what I can do is say when the flag is clicked, forever if we use the space key. So if where is it, key space is pressed, what you want to happen is for it to jump up slowly. You don't want it to suddenly appear in a different position. I'll show you both ways. So we can change Y by 50. Let's do more than that. It's 300. Just so you can see what it does. So I'll press the flag. If I press space, it just appears at the top of the screen. What I want is for it to go up and then to come down. So what I'm going to do is I want it to repeat. I'll say repeat 10 times. I'm going to say change Y by 10. Let's see if that's enough. Press space and it goes up. There you go, so that's much smoother. If I want it to go higher, I can change how often it repeats. So I press space, it jumps up, and it falls down. So if I combine this with making the character move right, for example, so if I press the right arrow, move 10 steps. So what I can do, so that will make it go right, I can make it jump up. Okay, so from this you should be able to make your character move in all directions and to be able to jump. One limitation of this method is, you might actually want it to do this, but if I press space here it'll jump through the platform. Some games do let you do that, which is fine if that's what you want. But you might want to make it so that it can't jump through it at all. So you'd use the same method as in the maze game, where you stop it going through that particular colour. It also gets stuck sometimes.